What's up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am quite excited to be playing Ambulance Life, a Paramedic Simulator. Now, I noticed this game advertised a couple of months ago by PlayStation and Xbox, so that was previously before there was any sort of release date or anything like that, but I was quite interested in it because to me it reminded me of the old GTA 3 ambulance missions where you're kind of racing from place to place. The game isn't actually like that. It just looked like it at the time. But I just booted up the game after a brief update. And I met with this system requirements check, which I'm not surprised about, to be honest with you. Now, it was an Unreal 5 engine game. So, as you might expect, it doesn't run brilliantly. Now, I have a kind of everyman's PC. It's kind of fairly high spec at the time when I actually put it together. So I'm running a 3080 graphics card, CPU's a 5600X. So it's not like massively high end by today's standard, but it will certainly run the majority of games like really well. All the games that we've covered on this channel on PC have been played on this PC. And for example, Indiana Jones, which came out however long ago it was, I've been playing that recently. And it runs that like smooth. It's just amazingly, maybe like 80 FPS, something like that. And that's with quite high graphics settings as well. Now, in this game, I played it earlier today. It prompted me to use a controller, which I did, but then it did nothing but tell me to use keyboard controls as I was actually playing the game. So we're going to be playing with mouse and keyboard. We are playing on PC, as I said. And what I wanted to point out is the fact that this system requirements thing has come up firstly, and it's telling us in this to check the system requirements before we go any further, and also the default settings are medium. Now, I can understand why that would be, and I'm going to hit start here now that I've mentioned this. It also says here about optimization steps, sorry, just before I hit that some shaders may take time to fully render during your first play session. Okay, well, that's fine, but my main concern is performance with this game. I'm telling you straight off the bat. So I'm going to show you through the options menu. As you can see, some basic sort of sensitivity options in terms of walking and vehicle as well. And then just traffic density and pedestrian density are two factors that could affect performance greatly. I've got them both on high. You can go ultra, low, medium or high. So they're on high. Controls wise, there's a whole bunch of information here about what the controls are. We're going video. So I've got a 1440p monitor. It's a resolution that I'm more than happy with. So I'm going with that. I always play full screen wherever possible. VSync is off. Quality presets I'm set to custom. Hardware ray tracing is on. HDR is off because one of the reasons for that is because when you record YouTube, I found that HDR is not something that I ever want on. Ever since I've ever attempted to record with HDR, it's always been horrible lighting. Anti-aliasing, now I'm not too sure which is the best one here. I'm actually going to change this right now, actually. I've just realized something. I'm going to go with DLSS. It's my go-to option. I don't know why it's not the default, but we're going to say it now. We'll do this now. Medium anti-aliasing, and then resolution scale 87%. I don't know why that's set to that. We'll try it anyway. Frame limit is unlimited. There's no point in setting a limit because I wasn't even hitting 30 FPS earlier. So visual effects high, global illumination high. I think you can go ultra as well. We'll go with high for now. Reflections high. Now, I've turned a few of these things to medium. So shadow quality medium, foliage medium, material shading high, lens flares on, bloom on, motion blur medium, depth of field on, NVIDIA Flex is disabled. And the only other thing is audio, the music is switched off because I don't want to run into any copyright strikes as per. Now, if you enjoy this video, please do hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'll have you go ahead and do that. And If you want the notifications, please do hit the bell icon. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. So we're going to hit F to apply. I'm going to hit escape to go back. And we're going to do a new game. So I'm going to hit new game. You can select a bunch of different characters here that are all presets, basically. I don't think you can do like a custom character. As you can see, there's a fair number of options. And I'm going to just go with Elijah Davis. He just looks super chilled. So I'm going to hit F to apply. You will notice that we are going to kick into the first part, which is basically tutorials. So it's going to be a voiceover. And the other thing that I wanted to mention, which I've just forgotten, it's gone completely out of my head. We're going to hit F and we're going to hit start. It does say the game option here is classic, which is recommended, I think. So the simulation for experienced games, less guidance, no treatment suggestions. All right, that could be a good option. Anyway, we'll go with classic. So there's hints and all this type of suggestions, including treatment suggestions as well. We'll hit start. Now, there is a sensitive content option here, displayed nudity on patients. Now, I haven't tried this, but I'm going to go with off here. The reason for this is because, obviously, we're running a family-friendly YouTube channel, so we're going to hit off just to switch off nudity there. And I hope that that doesn't mean that we've turned off the content filter, but I'm not too sure what each option looks like, because I'm pretty sure I hit off when I tried this earlier as well, and I didn't really get anywhere with the game. I only really partially made it through the first option.
Welcome to San Pelicano. This place is home to some of the world's finest EMTs, and you are about to join us. Let's get started. You've been assigned to downtown. It's busy and chaotic, but this is where we excel. Your job? Respond to emergency calls all over the district. Stabilize patients in need and transport them safely to a nearby hospital. Remember, it's not just about speed. It's about making the right decisions under pressure. Lives depend on it. The faster you learn, the sooner you'll get the critical cases. Stay sharp and always be ready. Now get out there and make a difference. Show San Pelicano what you are made of. We're counting on you.
Whoa. Alright, so as you could see there, there's a number of stuttering issues during the introduction there. And even as the game loaded in. Stuttering issues, lighting, some lighting issues in the shadows there on the road. And also, what I wanted to say actually is when I was playing earlier, there was a strobing effect on the lights, which really put me off. I ended up switching it off. But having said that, it does look fairly smooth. So our partner, who's going to be working alongside us in the ambulance, is this person over here. So we're going to walk over here.
Ah, here's our new paramedic. It's nice to meet you. I'll be overseeing your training today. Hop in the ambulance, and we'll wait for our first assignment from dispatch.
So there we go. So as I said, I was playing earlier on...
It always shows you where the ambulance is located.
Okay. So I was saying earlier that I was playing on controller. And now I'm playing on mouse and keyboard exclusively because, to be honest with you, all the controls it tells you to do are on keyboard, so... So I don't know whether you can hear this, whether it's loud enough, but... At least we've got the subtitles on.
152, roger. Heading now.
Alright.
We have received our first call out. Don't worry. I will assist you every step of the way. You can check out the full version of the map if you want to see our complete route.
So M for map, basically, as you would expect. As you can see, the initial map's not huge, but it is looking like it's going to expand and be much greater. So the ambulance marker indicates the current position of your vehicle, the F. And that's basically where we're going. So we're going to click there, and that's going to set our route. I must also mention, actually, this is the demo version of the game. I don't know whether I said that already, but It is available to download on Steam if you want to check it out yourself. I'm not being paid to look at this game. Obviously, all the views on YouTube help towards my personal channel, but in terms of promoting this game, I'm just interested in it generally. I'm not going to be advising you to pick it up, let's put it that way, or not. It's up to you. You can check it out. We're playing here for fun, really, more than anything. So we're going to hit escape to go back. So we want to get to following the direction it's telling us to go, basically, but we're going to do that by hitting Q, because we want a siren on, and then we can drive just using the usual keyboard. It tells you the actual controls over there. You can rotate the camera, and I can't believe these guys are trying to push out. It's actually telling us to switch the siren on, but we've already done that anyway. Whoa, what is going on? Why did it... why is it like in automatic forward mode? It was automatically accelerating there, and I think it still is. We've cancelled it now by hitting W ourselves. Anyway, we're going to accelerate along here at a reasonable speed. So also the developer of this game is the same one that made what is it called? Police Simulator Patrol Officers, which we haven't covered on this channel yet, but we will do at some point. So you can rotate the camera just with the mouse. You can reset the camera by hitting the middle mouse button. We want to be through here, and we want to be over to the right here after this. We'll just see if we can cut through this traffic. As you can see, it is a lively sort of environment, really. Look at this dude. That's it. I mean, what on earth? Excuse me, guys. Too sure about the sense of the pedestrians there. Anyway, we're pulling in here. So we'll pull up nicely. I'm not too sure where the best place to stop. Maybe here. And then we'll press R to exit ambulance. So this gentleman here is
looks like this is our patient. They appear to
is
be
our
conscious.
patient. So we'll go over to him.
We should ask the patient a set of relevant questions about their person and medical conditions.
So basically,
This is called anamnesis. Try to retrieve as much information as possible. The more we know, the better we can help.
what I will say about this game so far is what I've seen of it is it's quite in depth. Far more in depth than what I imagined it would be. Anyway, so we're going to hit E.
My whole body's aching.
So saying his whole body's aching. So in terms of our anamnesis, we've only got one option here, which is one question. Can you tell me what happened?
I suddenly felt this ringing noise in my ears and felt dizzy. I sat down and called for help.
So the audio level is quite low. I'm not too sure what it's like for you. But he just said he had a ringing noise in his ears and he sat down and called for help. So there's no other questions that we can ask.
Take a moment to further inspect the patient. You might find some more evidence while inspecting different body parts.
So what it's saying is, it said there briefly that he seems stressed. And what we're going to do is hold down the right mouse button to sort of have this zoomed in view of him. So as you can see, you can focus on body parts. Seems restless. There's nothing else going on with the legs. I mean, I am aware that sort of, from what he said, it's most likely to be something to do with his head. But we're not getting anything else. I mean, it was good that we went for the legs, actually, because I don't think I got that seemed restless earlier. But we're checking gradually over the body parts. Bleeding checked, so he isn't bleeding. Bleeding checked again. And then we got head checked. Looks confused.
I already made a note inside the patient protocol. This
All
is
right.
where we collect all relevant information about the patient and mark down newly discovered pieces of evidence. Take a look at it now.
So we're going to take a look at the patient protocol now. So we can do that by hitting tab. So basically it gives you a bunch of the evidence that we've already collected here. So seems restless, seems stressed, feels nauseous, looks confused. The restless one obviously was to do with the legs, wasn't it? The looks confused part was the head. So F, after we've read that, just moves things along. Review the gathered evidence and select the category with the highest evidence rating from the drop-down. Once the category is selected, choose the interim diagnostics. You will then receive tailored medical recommendations for the situation. So we're going to hit F again. After picking a category, select the interim diagnostics from the drop-down that has the highest evidence rating. Rating above 10 indicates a high chance, while negative values suggest the condition is unlikely given the current evidence. We'll hit F again.
Pieces of evidence you have discovered during anamnesis and inspection. For each patient, you will have to make an informed assessment on what could be the underlying cause responsible for the emergency based on the collected evidence. This patient does not appear to be in any immediate danger. Choose a category and an interim diagnosis that fits the evidence.
So I think
Your interim diagnosis can always be adjusted during treatment. Let's go back to our patient now.
Okay, so I think we got this, didn't we? But I mean, we are going to select and then we're going to go back to the patient. I don't think I did this earlier, but anyway, I don't know whether this is something which has changed and been added in or not. But anyway, the category is clearly going to be neuropsychiatric. We do have 1 rating for cardiac and 2 for substance interaction. But the neuropsychiatric is 17. So select that as the category. And then the diagnostics, stroke is not muscle, and then so on and so on. Panic is 3, but extreme stress is 17. So we're going to go with extreme stress for now. It says here a couple of interventions as well. Calm patient by talking to them, obviously. Attach oximeter, monitor heart rate, and optional administer O2 mask. And this is just our statistics. So in terms of our, well, transport time, we haven't transported him yet, but our statement time and arrival time. Yeah, it's quite detailed, like I said. I mean, I think this is looking good. I just hope that they get the what you got? Sorry, excuse me. I just hope that they get the performance stuff sorted. Anyway, we'll hit escape to come out of there.
Good. Let's put the patient on the stretcher and continue treatment inside the ambulance.
Okay, so she wants us to put the patient on the stretcher to put him in the ambulance. So we're going to do that by coming over here. We're going to hit F to unload the stretcher. Now, this can be remotely amusing, I think, just slightly, because you have to get this thing lined up in such a way. So in order to get him on, you have to put it right in front of him.
First,
And then you hit
we need
F.
to assess the patient's vitals in more detail. This can only be done inside the ambulance.
Okay. Well, that's what we're trying to do. Oh, we've got him on. So basically, once we've got him on here like this, we can then line this up. And once you've got it lined up like that, you hit F. Or you can line it up a little bit straighter. But anyway, then we can then get the stretcher into the back of the ambulance. And then I'm going to go in. Going to go around this side and get in by holding down F. And then we can climb in. So we can do a bit more of an assessment.
There are 3 key vitals we should worry about: oxygen saturation, heart rate, and blood pressure.
Okay, so once you've measured the patient's vitals, all values will be visible here and update automatically. Exception, blood sugar must be measured repeatedly. So, hit
To
F.
measure both oxygen saturation and heart rate, attach the oximeter's clip on the patient's finger.
Okay.
Diagnostic tools will then provide you with live readouts of the patient's vitals.
Okay, so your tool bag is activated with the key T. So that's your tool bag. It contains all instruments that you have at your disposal. Most of them are not yet unlocked, but you can still view their descriptions. So we'll hit T to do that. So she's saying oximeter. It's also telling us here tools are grouped into categories. Navigate up and down to switch between categories. Left and right to select different tools within each category. So you find the oximeter in the diagnostics category. So diagnostics. It was that first one. So we're then going to go across to the blood oximeter and we're going to hit spacebar to equip. Use the blood oximeter. So we want this on the fingers, don't we? I thought it said finger. Oh, there we go. So you have to take the forearm in order to do that.
Try attaching the blood pressure cuffs to the patient's upper arm. It will provide you with information about the patient's blood pressure.
Okay, so we can hit T again. Again, diagnostics. We're then going to get the blood pressure cuff, and we'll attach it to the upper right arm like this. Okay, let's see what happens next.
More detail inside the patient protocol. Feel free to take a look.
All right, we'll have another look at the patient protocol then. In terms of the vital signs, we'll hit F to continue. If you need to manage multiple patients, use this feature to quickly switch between. I can't imagine that at this stage. That could be quite amusing. So blood pressure. I think that's normal. Heart rate, steady. O2 saturation. Not too sure what these sort of... it looks normal to me at this stage, but... looks confused is something that we haven't really touched upon, isn't it? But so far, I think these are still looking good. We have done these. I guess with the heart rate saying monitor heart rate, so we're monitoring it. We can administer an O2 mask as an option. So what else is there to do really? We'll escape. You are finished treating the patient, exit the ambulance and get into the driver's seat, right? Can we not do the O2 mask? Let's hit T a sec. Oh, it won't let us do it. Okay, R to exit. Okay. What are we doing with the patient though? That's the thing. Open the map again. So we're going to be heading back to the hospital by the looks of things. I mean, she didn't say that, did she? Or did I miss that? Escape. Okay, so it's saying that all vitals seem within normal range, but the patient is clearly unwell. So we're going to take the patient to the nearest hospital. I don't know whether this is a siren thing. Like, do we need the siren at this stage? But we'll put it on anyway. This is a nicely lit tunnel. A blast up here. And then following the route that it's suggesting for us on the mini map there. We'll keep it moving. Oops. It's just cancelling Gemini on my phone for some reason. It came up with a... I thought I was trying to search for something with my voice, which I certainly wasn't. It's quite frustrating, to be honest with you. I don't think it's really good. Alright, we'll cut across this way, I guess. You can see the hospital is in a bit of an awkward location, to be honest with you, but could be worse. Quite a nicely mapped out city, quite nicely drawn, to be honest with you. Whoa.
Our patient doesn't like that at all.
I'm sorry, I do apologise. Lost control there for a second. First day on the job. So here we are. Oh, we're going to be in the emergency lane. Should really be looking behind. There we go.
We've arrived. Let's unload the patient and transfer.
So there we go.
Let me see.
Whoa, what
Nice
was going
job.
on there?
This concludes our first call out together. If you need a reminder on anything, you can always check your handbook. All relevant information can be found there.
All right, okay. So we've got H for handbook, and we'll just take a quick look at that. There we go. So we got the basics that we've
Shift's
touched
over,
upon
remember?
there. So end shift immediately. How do we do this? Do we walk? Too sure what key it's talking about there. Up. There we go. Congratulations, paramedics. You have unlocked car crash call out, house fire call out, stress attack call out. Awesome. So we'll be taking a look at those, guys. If you're up for it, let me know in the comment section. For now, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do hit the like button. Otherwise, guys, loving seeing the subscriptions coming in. Thank you so much. And yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think of this one. I'll catch you guys again soon.